Well, welcome to the podcast, Ronny. Thanks for being a guest.
Thank you. Nice to
Yes.
invite. Thank you for inviting me, Andy.
Absolutely. Do you want to introduce yourself to the audience so they know who you are?
Of course. So I'm Ronit. I'm from India, Mumbai. I've been in the city for 4 years. It's a beautiful city. I met Andy like 2 years ago, I guess, right?
Wow, has it been that long?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 years, and I work in a restaurant. It's a Persian restaurant. So I met this gentleman over there eating food, and I told him he's like the Vancouver Steve Jobs, if you remember, because you had that genius energy in you, like all calm, working on your laptop, and you told me you doing bunch of things.
Yeah.
It was a really positive interaction, the first interaction between us.
That's cool. Yeah. And you too. I feel your energy. Like you have a strong, happy energy. Like you're, like you enjoy life, you know, and like you I can tell you have a passion. You want to do something, you know.
I know. Yeah, I am. The way I was brought up, my family always told me like always be grateful in your life. Always be grateful, like, because there are people worse like than, I would not say worse, but in a worse situation than us. No matter how bad situation you're going through, just stay calm and enjoy your time. So that's why I try not to complain. So I love working with people. I learned so much working in the restaurant, like day by day, people by people. I made so many mistakes coming here. And I would say destiny brought me here.
Destiny.
Yeah.
And any of your family members were you the first one to come to Vancouver?
I was the first one to come. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why did you come?
So I grew up in Mumbai. It's a city. It's a fast-paced city. And
It's bigger than Vancouver, right?
it's bigger than Vancouver.
Way bigger.
A lot of people.
Yeah. How many? Like
I would
roughly,
say
like 5 million, something like that.
more than that.
More than that?
Yeah. It's called, Mumbai is basically called City of Dreams
City of Dreams.
in our country. Yeah. Because it's the financial capital of India.
Okay.
And there's a lot of, if you know Bollywood, like.
Yeah. I've heard about it. It's bigger than Hollywood. Like meaning it has more like the money is greater, right?
The money is,
Yeah.
I would say like India is the country which makes the most film in a year. Like, there are different states, different culture, different movies. So we have Bollywood for my city. We have Tollywood.
Tollywood. I haven't heard.
Tollywood.
I haven't heard of Tollywood.
Yeah, which is in south of India.
Okay.
Then we have the Punjabi industry.
Okay.
We have the Eastern industry, Bengal. Then every state has their own film industry country.
Okay.
That's the beauty about India. Like, you change the state, you change the border, and the language changes, the culture changes, the food changes, the way people address each other changes, language, everything. It's beautiful.
And what do you call the different states or provinces? They're
It's called states.
states.
So
Okay.
I'm from Maharashtra.
Okay.
Mumbai is in Maharashtra. It's kind of like Vancouver because it is next to the ocean.
What's the temperature like?
Throughout the year, the temperature is like, I would say 20 to 33.
Okay.
But it's humid, like.
Humid.
It's not, you can wear a t-shirt 12 months.
I
would say, yeah.
Do you miss that type of weather? Like here, like the cold and...
I like Vancouver better.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
like I love rain.
Really?
I love rain, yeah.
Wow.
I love this season because in Mumbai it rains a lot. And whenever it rains, I used to go out for a run, play football,
Yeah.
or maybe hang out with friends in rain.
Yeah.
That's why I love the city.
Does it get cloudy when it rains there? Or
Yeah.
like here, like it's that... Here it gets really dark sometimes when it rains.
So the rain over here is like it's not that fast. Like, how do I say that? Like, you know,
it's really light. It's a really light rain, and it's very thin, right? Like it's not thick. Like it's like little droplets, but it's just like thousands, like little tiny droplets.
Yeah, but in Mumbai, it's like heavy rain. Like you can hear the voice, the thunderstorm.
Yeah.
And boom, like the lightning and fast rain, and it's fun.
That's like it's different than what you're describing, but like where I'm from, when it rains in the summer, it gets like that. When like it rains, it's big drops, and like rivers kind of form. You know, like not rivers, but like big. You know, like maybe as big as the room. You know, like they form, and then they last for a couple hours, and then the rain goes away.
I know. Where are you from exactly?
Ohio.
Ohio, U.S.
U.S.
Okay,
US,
yeah.
yes,
I've heard about it.
Yes.
How's like living in U.S. and living here?
It's a little different, like, but it's very similar, right? So, like, if you compare Indian culture with Canadian culture, extremely different, right? Like, night and day.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Canadian versus, like, U.S. culture, it's very subtle, but there are differences. Like, the U.S. in general, particularly, like, I'm on the Midwest, but it's closer to the East Coast. It's much more fast-paced as far as, like, the job goes, right? It's like, let's go, 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 go. It's push, 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 and you're rewarded for your effort. You know, like if someone sees that you're doing good work, they'll just promote you. You know, like it's not in all cases, but most of the time, it does that, right? Here it's a little more relaxed. You know, it's a little more relaxed culture. You know, like people are here for the enjoyment. Take it easy. Let's go for a walk. You know, it's probably like, have you been to Toronto? No,
Yeah.
it's more similar to Toronto, but it's still different than Toronto.
See, this is interesting, you know, because I've lived. So my sister, like, she works there too.
Mm-hmm.
She's my manager. So,
Yeah, I've met your sister.
Yeah, so she was actually
She's your manager?
She's my manager. Yeah, yeah. She's my manager at home.
She's the smart one.
Yeah, the organized one.
Oh, she's the organized one.
Responsible, organized.
Okay.
But I'm grateful for my family. Like,
yeah,
she's taught me a lot in my life. Like,
is she older or younger than you?
She's 2 years older than me.
Younger?
Elder.
Elder. Okay.
She was 96 and I'm 98.
Oh, born. Okay.
Born.
I was like, you're not 98, bro. Sub Josh.
I mean, the year.
The
like
year.
December 98. Yeah.
Wow. Like, I graduated high school in 2005, I think. So.
I feel so old now.
I'm 86.
Yeah.
So, you feel old?
I feel old, yeah.
Why?
Coming here, like I feel like 98, 90s kids is like...
Dude, that's young. That's young, man. Like,
yeah. Yeah, anyway, she was doing her bachelor's and master's in London, UK. So I used to visit her every year over there.
Yep.
Lived there for like 2 months, come back to India. I loved, like, I saw like UK culture and everything, and I'm in football.
Okay.
So love the whole culture.
And when you mean football, you
Soccer.
Soccer, yes.
It's football, but...
Yes, but the European football, it's the same thing as soccer. Yeah.
European football.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, my dream was to like travel the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love history and I love different cultures.
Okay.
I wanted to come here to know about the Western culture. Like how things are over here, the mentality, the how people live, like how they work, and I was curious. Even in my grade 3, history was always my favorite subject till my high school. Like, I love to know about Norse mythology, Greek mythology.
Okay.
These stuff.
Yeah.
So came here, like, my experience was good, bad, both.
Yeah,
And
of course.
I'm grateful, like, I'm here.
And like, what about the culture have you learned here?
People, people are, I would say, like, Vancouver is very, I don't know how to say that, like, people are always working here. Like, they're just working and money, work, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, they don't, like...
Enjoy?
They do enjoy. There's a lot of, like, lakes and hikings and everything. But in UK, people were more free. Like, money is not a matter for them. Like, it is important, but at some point. But they live their life over there. Like, they go talk, meet new people.
Yeah.
Like, do stuff because they want to do. People meet people over here because they're bored. That's the difference. Like, what I've experienced. I don't know if like it's right or wrong, but this is what I feel like. I've met so many people over here in restaurant. I work in customer service. I worked in like 14, 15 different types of jobs.
Yeah.
And people just want to go out because they're like just bored. Like
Yeah.
just bored at home, or they'll go outside, meet people, they'll come back, and that's it. But in UK, like people will go out, take interest in getting to know the other person. Like
yeah.
I made so many friends over there. Like they're like, hey man, what are you doing? Like, how's your life? Tell me about your life. Like let's go play soccer or something. Let's go like play game.
I know what you mean.
But over here, they just want to spend the day, like, get the day over with, because they're working on their off days. They just want to spend the day, and that's it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know if I'm like.
No, yeah, I can't say that about the UK. Like I can't compare because I've never been there. So
Yeah. UK is like, I would say, it's close to Europe.
Yeah, of course. Like,
So the flights are cheaper. Like you can just take a flight, go Paris,
Yeah.
Amsterdam, so many beautiful cities.
where else have you traveled to?
I've only been to UK, Scotland,
Scotland.
Edinburgh,
Scotland's beautiful, right? Like I've never been, but I've seen pictures. It's
castles and
yeah,
culture and
in the green, lots of the
yeah. I was in Edinburgh Castle
yeah.
and I saw all the prison and all the stuff inside. Like it was so beautiful.
Wow.
Even in London, I went to Westminster Abbey.
Okay.
And there was like tombs of King Alfred, like all those people. And I was
Yeah.
really interested in everything.
Yeah, I went to Italy, and in Naples, there's a castle that's like it's like right there, like by the shore, you
Yeah.
know. And so we had a tour guide, and they were telling us about like the king and queen that lived there at one point, and the queen would find sailors that she was attracted to, or that she would have sex with, right?
Yeah.
So she'd bring them back and have sex with the sailors, but she knew
Yeah.
that if she got caught with the sailor,
Yeah.
or the sailors talked, then like the king would have her killed.
Of
So
course. Yeah.
she threw after she was done with having sex with the sailors, she would throw them in the well filled with alligators, and the alligators would eat them. Like, it's crazy to think, like, that's not that long ago, that's
Yeah.
like 200 to 400 years ago, like that shit was going on, like
See, I'm a person who thinks deep, like
yeah.
I'm really spiritual
Mm.
and I love religions and
Yeah.
history. I told you I love history, right?
Yeah.
So I have seen like this similar patterns like throughout the centuries.
So
Like
what kind of
like
patterns?
lust, greed,
Yeah.
lust, greed, and power. Like people
Of course.
obsession over these things.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I go on dates and the topics I talk about is like spirituality, and people think I'm too mature for my age. I just like tell this like, hey, like I love to talk about these
Yeah.
things. So
Do it. Keep doing it. And you have to find someone who just likes those types of conversations and topics. Like I know what you mean. Like there's some people that you date and like you can tell like this like these conversations that they're not interested in too, right?
yeah,
Like they're like, let's do this or let's do that or let's but those deep conversations are
are
important.
you into this conversation?
Yes, I'm into these conversations. I like to like I may not know as much as I want to know, right?
Yeah.
But I want to have the conversation and learn from them, right? Or
Yeah.
have a different perspective,
Yeah.
right? Or things like this.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started reading this book called Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita.
If you have heard about it.
No. So tell us.
So it's like a spiritual Indian book. So it says like it has all the answers to the life. Whatever, like why you're born, like why you come to this world, what's your purpose? Because a lot of people are struggling with purpose, like in
Yeah.
today's time.
Sure.
Because the world is fast now. Like,
yeah, it is fast
like,
now.
like I'm a person who would care about in-person conversation,
Of course.
but people,
Yeah, the same.
you know me, right?
Yeah.
We met so many times.
Yeah.
But when I see people, all they think about is like social media conversations. And
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No.
I like social media, but not a lot. Like,
Yeah,
I would prefer to meet like a person in person
Yeah, I know
rather
what you
than
mean.
talking.
Of course. Me, I'm the same. Of course.
So how did you meet your girlfriend? Like through
Through my ex-girlfriend.
your ex-girlfriend, like
Yeah.
not social media, right?
No, no,
Like,
yeah, like it was she knew I want so story is she knew I wanted a podcast guest,
Yeah.
and then so she's like, hey, I have a good podcast guest for you. She's a UBC professor,
nice.
and so yeah, send her over, or like give her my contact details, and then we met, and then we had the podcast, and then things just escalated from there. So yeah.
In-person chemistry, conversations and everything.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like the dating apps online because I just don't like them. Like, it's impersonal. Like, you have no idea. Like, you have to spend all this time texting. Like, just let me sit with a person, and if I vibe with them,
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. Social media is it's like spoiling the generation. Like, people are not confident. In-person conversations are
Yes.
like simple things in life. It's getting really complicated now.
Yes.
Talking to people, meeting new people, which is like natural.
Mhm.
But like social media is like, people are just like, when I see people on the train,
Yeah, they're just on the phone.
I don't know who's next to them. And
Yeah.
if I see like a beautiful girl on the street, I'm gonna like go and approach her, like, hey, like, I think you're really pretty,
Yeah.
and if you, I don't want to take your time, but
Yeah.
I would love to go out on coffee with you.
Mm.
We'll get to know each other,
Yeah.
and if you vibe, we'll go on second date.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not messaging her on DM.
And how does that work for you when you approach?
It works good.
It works good.
Works good. Like,
Yeah.
I've had good and bad experiences. Like,
Of
bad
course.
experiences teaches you, and
Yeah.
good experiences teaches you as well.
Yeah.
I'm a very positive person.
I can tell.
Like,
tell. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very positive and empathetic. Empathetic, do you say?
Yeah.
Empathy.
Empathy. Yeah. Empathetic.
Empathetic, yeah.
Yeah.
Love knowing about a person I'm
Yeah.
talking to. Yeah.
I can tell that. That's sometimes not so common in the current world,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
empathy. Like, I think it depends where, like who you're talking to, where you are, because some areas are more empathetic than other areas, but you can always find empathetic people though, like if you seek them out. Like, so here's a question for you. When you're like your vibe, do you notice that you attract other empathetic people, or is that hard for you, or?
I mean, I don't think about it too much,
Yeah,
like,
you don't think
because
about
I
it.
feel like that's how I live. Like, if
Yeah.
if a person wants to be in your life,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna be in your life. Because I've seen so much things, like,
Yeah.
and my close friend I work with, his name is Andrew.
Yeah.
We were just working, and he met this like beautiful girl, and she approached him, and she's like, hey, like, they exchanged the numbers, and they love each other a lot. now. It's been 3 weeks, and you cannot even imagine, like, that's how a person would meet. Like, that's how you will get a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Like,
Yeah.
it just happens.
Of course. You're right. It just kind of happens. Like, when the chemistry's there, boom.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
you can meet someone, like, you won't even know, like, this is the time, like, yeah. So that's why I don't think too much. Like, okay, like, if we vibe, like, if you like me as a person, you'll be with me.
Yeah. I
No
know
matter
what
as a friend or a relation or my cousin or anyone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't force, like.
Yeah, that's smart. That's a good philosophy. Like, I tell the story to some people is like when I came to Vancouver, I didn't know anybody, right? I knew zero people, right? And then one of the first friends I made, or probably like the first real true friend I made, his name was Menelaus, and we're like, hey, like, let's go to like a yoga class together, because he's like, you yoga? Like, I was like, he's like, that's for pussies. I'm like, no. It's like, let me show you. And so he came, and we hung out that day for like 5, like more than that. Like, it was like we started hanging out like 5. We went to bed like 2 a.m. right? And then we did that for 7 days in a row, and that was like the start of our friendship, right? And it was just like you're saying, it wasn't forced. It was just natural. Like you're like, hey, I really like talking to you as a person.
Through yoga?
It was no, like yoga was just the activity,
Yeah.
like one activity. But then after that, we'd go to like go out to eat and walks, and like I have a dog, and we walk the dog and meet girls, and like
of course.
everything, just it's like you're just hanging out, but it wasn't just natural.
You need a break,
Yeah.
You need to go out,
Yeah.
I was just like watching a show like last week, and they were talking about yoga.
Yeah.
Yoga is so important in your life.
Do you practice yoga?
I don't practice yoga, but I do meditation. Like I wake up, take shower, just meditate. And
how long do you meditate for?
I started meditating for like 5 minutes, but it's been a year, and I do it like 25 minutes.
25 minutes?
Yeah.
And what's your meditation style? Do you like open your eyes, close eyes? Like how do you do it?
So I just say my prayers.
You say your prayers.
The first 5 to 10 minutes are my prayers. Then I thank God for whatever I have in my life. My mom, my sister, my friends, like my situation. I thank them like, oh, thank you. Like I'm not born in somewhere where we don't have food or water in the house. Like I'm gonna work in my life. I will. But right now I don't have any complaint. So that's my prayers. Like thanks God for making the resources available, like putting me in this family who loves me so much and who's providing me food, and who's basically like made me, how do I say, man? Sometimes the English words are hard to find.
Your English is great. Don't worry.
Made me like a man to, I don't know. Made me responsible, I would say.
Okay, responsible.
Taking care of myself, like in this city, it's hard. So, and then I just close my eyes and try to calm this machine down. Like, it's running every time.
Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with that machine.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with that machine. You have to keep it in check.
Yeah.
Because it can run wild on you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like it can drive you crazy.
Yeah.
There's some voices in your head, like.
Yes. Particularly if there's something new in your life, like you start dating a girl, it gets a little crazy, then you have to calm it kind of down.
Yeah.
Or like big life change,
Yeah.
Like.
It can scare you sometimes.
It can scare you, yeah. Like. What else do you do to calm the mind down? Like, do you work out?
I go to the gym.
Yeah.
I lift weights. Like I play football, soccer, European football. I'm not like a good player, but I try to play to keep my body in shape. I do some painting, like once or twice a month.
Okay.
Keeps me happy.
Good for you.
And right now I'm working. So just trying to get my PR done, and then I'm gonna focus on the major step of my life, what I want to do in future.
And what's the future for you?
I want to work I want to work in journalism.
Journalism.
Like,
okay.
I was always obsessed with like back in 2010s we had this channel, National Geography.
Yeah.
Discovery.
Yeah. Nat Geo. Yeah.
Nat Geo and
History Channel and Science.
History Channel, Science.
What was that? There was one called Science something. I don't know. Like
Discovery.
That's what it was.
Discovery. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these people, like, they go around the world, like, explore cultures.
Yeah.
I want to do that. But my short-term goal is like to get a PR and then move around, like learn as much as I can.
Yeah. So like, do you want to write about it? Do you want to document video? Like how do you want to like what type of journalism?
I want to like record videos. Right now I'm writing journals.
Yeah.
And all the stuff that happens, like I'm practicing it, reading books.
Sure.
I started reading a book like a year ago, and I used to read like just one paragraph, and I'm like, man, I'm done. I don't know how people read books.
Yeah.
But right now I can read like 20, 25, 30 pages. Just sit and just read and read.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah. Learning a lot. Yeah, and what makes me happy is like being kind to people. Like you don't know like what a person is going through. If I'm sitting here with you, like, and my friend over here, like everyone is like working in their life,
Yeah.
So I don't like to give them a hard time by any of my action, like being mean to them, or because I don't know what they're going through in their day and what they're struggling. Like we are all like, I feel we are all connected here, like the whole world. Like everyone has the same feelings, same emotions. It's just sometimes people try to fit in, so they act different, but the roots are the same. Like in terms of humans behavior, because working in a restaurant, meeting people, like it teaches you a lot, like observing, like having conversations with them and looking at their body language and everything. Feel everyone is connected in this world. Like we all come here, do good karma. Everyone has to die. So just try to be kind to people. That's it. And people think, oh, you're so good with people. I'm like, no, this is just a basic nature.
It's just who you are.
It's just who I am. Yeah.
You genuinely enjoy talking with people and learning about them and helping them and understanding them. And
money was like not always a big thing in my life for me, because I have friends who are wealthy and I have friends who are not wealthy, like really not doing good. And everyone is the same. Like you're just living in they have a house, and my rich, wealthy friends have a house too.
yeah,
Like they're living the same life. It's just some things are better. But if I see people, everyone is different. Like maybe people who don't have money, they're good as a person, and people who are wealthy, like they're not good. But what matters for me is like what kind of person you are. And interestingly, I got much better. I was like not I was not that focused before coming to Canada. I was always like distracted. My mind was always distracted. Like, I want to do this. I want to impress this guy. I want to impress this girl. Like, I want to be in this team, like this, that. But once I started reading Bhagavad Gita and meditating, it was like my mind calmed down and started listening to people. For me, I always wanted to speak, but not listen. So listening is very important. And the second person who inspired me the most, obviously my family are there, but my role model is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, like I know, like it's funny for people.
I don't know this. Like, what's funny is I don't know who this is.
Cristiano Ronaldo is like the most famous football player, and he's the most followed person on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Soccer player.
soccer player.
Yeah,
Soccer
okay.
player. Yeah.
But football. Okay. I
Yeah,
got you.
he's some people prefer like it's all in Messi, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But I respect them both. But personally, I prefer Ronaldo
Okay.
because of what kind of person he is.
Yeah. And what kind of person is he?
He's such a kind person. He's like a family man. Like he was dating this famous Russian model, and she told him like, "Hey, like, why do you bring your mom everywhere? Like, you're always with your mom, and I don't like it." And they were like together for 4 years, I guess.
Yeah.
And he broke up with her, and he's like, the sacrifices my mom's made for me, you cannot like just come into my life and like point fingers at my mom. And then he married like a girl who used to work in a Gucci store in Madrid, Georgiana Rodriguez, and she takes care of his kids, and he's like a family man. He's like good to kids, and
Yeah.
some people say he's not the best footballer, but he's the best person for me. He's like a role model. He's been playing football from 2002 and it's 2024. He's 40 and still playing and still in shape. He doesn't drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. He drinks water. Like, is dedicated, hardworking. Doesn't party a lot. There are so many things about him. Like, he's so kind to his junior players. Like, he's always available to the younger people who are coming up in football. Because I was a sports person too in my life. I used to play cricket.
Okay.
In India.
Yeah.
I never played like professional, but
Yes.
I know the environment and everything.
Sure.
So when you look up to senior players, you get nervous. Like talking about football, like American football. If I'm a young player and I see Tom Brady entering the room, I'm gonna be like, oh man, like it's Tom Brady, you know, like. But as soon as Tom Brady enters the room and comes to me and he's like, hey man, like, how you doing? Like, you look
Yeah.
good. You look good in shape.
Yeah.
Like, how's life? How's like your family? Can you be like, man, like, it's totally different. Like, always available. That's what Cristiano is.
Always available.
Always available for the younger people, helping them out, like training, diet, food, like advices. So yeah, I feel he inspired me and made me a better person. He's making people better around the world. But for me, he's the best.
Does he make you a better person, do you
Of
feel?
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's changed me a lot.
Yeah. It's really good that you have role models like this, that you're seeking them out not because of what they've accomplished, but because who they are.
I was going to India last year
Yeah.
and I met his teammate. He plays in Portugal.
Okay.
And I followed him to his gate.
Yeah.
He was flying to Saudi Arabia. He plays for Al Hilal, Ruben Neves. And I told him like, hey, like, you're Ruben Neves, right? He's like, yeah, I'm Ruben. Do you know Ruben Neves?
I know football.
Yeah.
I'm a football fan as well.
Do you like Messi or Ronaldo?
But I'm Ronaldo fan myself.
Nice.
Between those two.
Nice.
Generally, neither.
Nice. So I met Ruben Neves in the Frankfurt airport.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, like, you look like Ruben Neves. He's like, I am Ruben Neves. I'm like, man, like, I'm a huge... And he thought I'm going to say I'm his fan. I was like, I'm a huge Ronaldo fan. And he's like, oh. I was like, can you please spare like 5 minutes of your time just to talk to me? Because it means a lot to me, you know? And
Yeah.
I got so excited. Like, everyone was looking at me at the airport. Like, I was like, hey, like, how does he, like, what he does, like, usually in the dressing room, you
Yeah.
sit next to him, like, he's such a he's like a really dedicated person.
Yeah.
After the game, he goes, takes the ice bath, go to his home, practice. And I was like, can you, like, FaceTime him if it's possible?
Did he do it?
No. I just
You asked.
put
you
the
asked.
word, you know,
Yeah,
you miss 100% shots you don't take.
100%.
So I just asked him, like,
Yeah.
we talked a lot. We
Yeah.
talked a lot about Ronaldo and him and Portugal and
Yeah.
media. And he was like, I was like, what's your life like? Like, you guys earn so much money, you know, like Ronaldo and you are earning millions. Like, do you think money is like the thing that's success? Like, that's the end line in this life? And he's like, no, man, like, it's the person. Like, happiness comes from you. So I have met people who are already successful and wealthy and who's driving like a Lamborghini or Rolls Royce, but they're good people. What matters to them is not money. It's how you are.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, Ronaldo, Bhagavad Gita, like, I feel like I want to be known as a good person in my life. Whenever I go, that's what people should know. Like, okay, Ronit was a good person.
He took care of people.
Yeah, I want to help people. Like, I want to earn money and I want to genuinely help people. I'm not saying for the camera or
Yeah.
for being famous or whatever, but I want to help people. Like, I feel bad when I see people struggling.
Yeah.
So that's what I am. Yeah.
That's it's really nice. It's beautiful, actually. I'm serious. I'm not trying to, like, that's not a perspective that you hear often in Vancouver.
Yeah. Like,
This perspective that you're talking, is it more common where you're from?
it comes from person, doesn't come
Yeah.
from the place.
I agree on
'Cause-
that. Yeah.
Because India is big and
Yeah.
too many minds, and people say like, oh, you become the person where you grow up.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say thanks to my family,
Mm-hmm.
because my mom has always taught me, like, always be kind to people, and I'm so grateful, like, for my mom. Like, You won't believe I woke up in the morning and my cousin uncle, like he passed away,
Mhm.
like this morning.
Today?
Today, yeah. And
Sorry
at
to
one
hear that.
point I wanted to like cancel the podcast, and I was like,
You could have canceled.
no, I was like, no, I wanna like go out. If it goes like viral, I wanna like if it goes like on viral and million
Yeah.
views or billion views, I wish you
Yeah.
get billion views.
Well, I thank you. Like, you might get the views, but I don't think the the podcast gets
Oh,
like.
come on, wait.
Hey.
Shout out to Pinzon, Andy, and
Nude.
Farnood. You guys are amazing. Like, this guy is really amazing. Like, we clicked in seconds, and I'm always happy. You know, when you come to
Yeah.
Kasbah, like,
I can tell,
Like-
you at least you always. I feel your good energy.
I'll keep it like this.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No, it's fine. This
Pinzon. Yeah,
this is my name.
I know. Yeah, Pinzon.
Pinson, and my father, who passed away.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
It's fine. He made this in a wood shop when he was in high school, and then he gave it to my uncle, and then at my father's funeral, or shortly after thereof, my uncle gave it to me. Like, your father made this in high school. Like,
Legacy.
a legacy.
Yeah. Make sure like you keep it forever,
I know.
and you pass
Yes.
on through generations.
Yes. 100%.
Family line.
I agree on that. And yeah, and this is, I gave this to my dad when I was like 10 or something like this.
You made that?
No, I didn't make it. We have a shop called Kings Island,
Okay.
and what you do is you pick out the template, and then they carve whatever you want into it. So I picked the words
Dad's office.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because he used to work from home.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I got it for the house, for him. Like, it was a gift.
But I really like this one. It's
Mm.
really good.
Thank you.
You're a hardworking person, man. I've met you, and
I don't know how hardworking I am.
no,
Farnood might
Farnood-
suggest otherwise.
Farnood, we met like 15, like we only know each other like we met today, right? You look good, like you look
We've known each other for 40 minutes.
40
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah, you
Far-
look good. Yeah, you look nice person too.
Farnood works very hard.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. He's in school right now for gaming.
Oh, nice. You're in a
We're talking about the Farnood's life here.
Farnood's life. Yeah.
Hey, he had to know this was possible, like being on the podcast. Like, yeah. Like, He-
Also on the podcast.
he wants to sit behind the scenes, but
It's okay. You gotta
Yeah.
appreciate everyone you're working with. It's not one man. It's a team.
no, yes, and I tell this story many times too in the audience. If you're a regular listener, which I probably don't have any of those, they hear me say this a lot, that Farnood is primarily responsible for how far we've come on the podcast, because the first episode I filmed was his friend Hassan, the one I used to work with, and he was really interested in the content of that episode because we were talking about Iran and like the IRGC and the protest for what was her name, and the girl who
Masa Amini, right? Yeah.
say them again. I want to make sure I read it. I get Masa
Masa Amini.
Amini.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got it.
Masa Amini. The protest there. He was really interested in the content, and he said, "Hey, like, you filmed this over 2 months ago. Like, what's the status?" And I was like, I don't want to do the editing myself, and I don't have anyone to do it. And he's like, you know what? For this episode, I'll just do it. And so he literally just did it.
Yeah.
And they edited the film for me. They did his friend. Now he is doing the audio as well. And then I said, okay, like, let's just continue to do this. And so now he has helped me make this regular. So thank you, Farnood.
Hope you guys go along from here, like all the way.
All the way.
You become more famous than PewDiePie or iShowSpeed.
These people, I don't know. Like,
PewDiePie is was the most. Well,
The
it's
most followed
yeah.
channel on YouTube.
it's T series like Indian
but
T series,
that
but
is not a person.
that is not a person. So I would
Yeah.
say PewDiePie, and now it's I Show Speed.
How do you
So-
find out what's the most, like, is it just like common knowledge, or can you go like on YouTube and say the most common?
Used to be a thing, like used to be like, oh, who's the most famous YouTuber? When YouTube was trending, like coming up.
Wasn't that Mr. Beast for a while? Like,
Mr. Beast,
it's always been PewDiePie.
Mr. Beast came close, but he never was number
Oh.
one. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm talking right. Like I don't know facts. but
Did Mr. Beast used to have the most videos? Like, perhaps
he spends a
but, like,
lot on his videos.
He
I
spends
know.
a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, did he spends a lot on the videos?
Okay,
But
now
did-
it's Mr. Beast. Actually.
Now it's Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Nice.
241 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
So next it's gonna be Pinzon.
Pinzon.
The Pinzon.
The PinZone podcast.
The Pinzon podcast.
So the name of the podcast is a S, but
Yeah.
with a Z instead.
Pinzon.
PinZone. One, it sounds cooler.
It sounds cool.
Two,
Yeah.
that's where I thought my name originated from, because that's what my father told me. But then I did some more research, and I had my DNA tested, and I was like, no, it's not the Spanish version, so it's the English version. So yeah, but I'm sticking with it because it you know, it has a ring to it. When you say
Yeah,
the PinZone, Pinson, it's nice, but the PinZone,
The Pinzon.
Yeah, the
sounds
Pinzon.
royal.
sounds royal. You know, like, yeah, I agree.
Arnold, was that Bernard Arnold, the famous guy who has the famous car? Arnold. Bernard Arnold. Anyway, it sounds royal. Yeah.
I agree.
Pinzone.
It sounds royal. The PinZone.
The Pinzon.
The PinZone. Well, thank you for that. Thank you.
So where else have you traveled, like outside US and Canada?
Not a lot of places. I've been to Hawaii, but that's U.S., right?
Yeah.
I've been to Cuba. I've been to Mexico.
Cuba is beautiful.
Cuba is beautiful. Yeah. Or no, I said Cuba. The Bahamas. My bad. I went to the Bahamas, not Cuba, right? Because Americans, we can't go to. It's more difficult to go to Cuba.
Okay.
But I went to the Bahamas. I've been to Italy. All right.
Italy, I love
Italy.
it. I love Italian food.
Yeah.
I love Italian dressing style. Like
Yeah. I like the European suit style.
yeah.
I do not like the American box. You know, like if you go to, like, to American clothing, it's more like boxy,
Okay.
baggy, and like European everything's cut. You know, like
Yeah.
in out, right?
Slim, like
Yeah.
slim.
Americans is just like straight down.
Is this American or European? I got it from Zara. So
Stand up. Let's take a look.
okay.
Yeah. We'll see what style this is. I'd say it's more European. It's kind of in between, honestly, because it has a little boxiness to it, but there's some European there too. Like an American suit, like here it would just be like straight down.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? So it's definitely European. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Just gonna. It's getting warm.
I embarrassed him.
No, it's okay.
For nude. How about you do this? I know today I didn't put up the thing, but on there, can you pull up American suit versus European style, and then maybe turn the computer or the monitor so that Ronnie can see?
Sure.
It's yeah.
The next thing I like is fashion.
fashion.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah. Like
I can tell you're kind of fashionable guy. Yeah.
I try to keep it simple. Like not too much.
Yeah.
I like gentleman style. Classic and simple.
Yeah.
Nice shirt, pants.
Here you go. But I want a picture. I want to. There we go.
Okay. It's American, I guess.
Yes. Americans down, yeah. But so I'd say yours is like it's more British. It's more British, yeah.
British.
But
Closer
to American.
Yeah.
I my favorite's the Italian style. Like,
Yeah, I know. Italian is the best. Like suits and everything.
yeah. I need to get some Italian suits now that we're
Yeah.
talking about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I only have 2 right now. So do you know the guy Steve Harvey? Have you ever heard of Steve
I
Harvey?
know Steve Harvey. Suits.
Yes.
Suits.
Yes, the
Yeah.
5 suits, right?
He's my favorite.
He's your favorite?
Harvey.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey. Yeah.
Oh, The show guy, not the Suits guy.
The show guy, yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking of Harvey Specter
Oh no,
from the Suits.
No.
Steve Harvey. Yeah.
But do you know Steve Harvey's suit
I know.
role?
Yeah. I know.
The 5 suits.
The 5 suits. Yeah.
Yeah. For the listeners that don't know,
Yeah.
Steve Harvey has a rule that you buy 5 suits.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think, and I could be wrong, and like for our new can correct us on here, right?
Okay.
Like, but it's something like that you need a gray suit, a blue suit, a tan suit, a black suit, and burgundy. Burgundy. And then you need like a blue shirt, a white shirt, and
I love this style. Yeah.
a white shirt and maybe tan shirt, a couple different shirts.
Yeah.
And the whole idea is that you can make 75 different outfits from just those 5 suits.
One time investment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. I think that's cool. Like, I'm as I get older, I'm actually like for the first time, I'm really developing a style.
Yeah.
Versus like before when I was younger.
Yeah.
I just kind of like
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm actually kind of developing a style as I
You
go
have good style.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Good suits.
Good suits.
You're tall, handsome guy.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Short people are not here.
No.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Short and cute.
Hey, I like short, cute girls.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
Yeah,
cute.
they're
Short
cute.
girls are cute, actually.
They are, yeah. Like, I find all women like women are just kind of beautiful, like
They have a different aura.
they do.
Come on, women have started war. Like
They started, well, of course.
they started
yeah.
wars. Like
Yeah, wasn't that
Who are we?
The wasn't that the Troy War or
The Troy. Yeah.
yeah, Troy, Helen or Troy?
Helen
Yeah.
of Troy. Yeah.
Helen of Troy,
I've
yeah.
seen the whole series in Netflix.
I haven't seen the series. I've seen bits and pieces of those movies like the Troy, but like I remember
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, but we had to learn about this in school.
There's a show.
Yeah.
It's in Netflix. It's called Troy: The Fall of City, and it's like 8-episode series, just
Yeah.
one season,
Yeah.
and it's good. It's in detail, like
Yeah.
how everything happened.
Yeah.
So, as I told you, right, I love Greek mythology.
Yeah.
So Aphrodite and Zeus, and all this, they came in this man's dream, and they were like, "What do you want? You want the most, whatever you wish. You'll only get one wish for you. Power, money. If you choose me, you'll get
Yeah.
money. One diva, one goddess says, if you choose
Yeah.
me, you'll get power. You'll be the most strongest, powerful person in the world.
Yes.
And the Aphrodite, which is goddess of beauty,
yeah.
she says, like, if you choose me, you'll get the most beautiful woman in the whole world.
Yes.
And the guy chooses Aphrodite, the beauty.
You get the most beautiful.
You get the most beautiful woman in the world.
I'd pick that. Yeah.
And
Now, with this, is this heart too, or is it only looks? Because if it's only looks, I'd pick the heart.
they haven't mentioned that, like, in show.
Yeah.
But I would say it would be everything. So
yeah, everything. Yeah.
yeah. So
Aphrodite is famous for being like not
beautiful.
cruel.
Yeah, it's kind.
But no, it's not cruel actually. But
She's beautiful, but she kills his husband.
Oh, I didn't knew that. Yeah.
Husband, like she goes around, sleeps around, and she kills one of the people. But she abuses her beauty.
Yeah. Aphrodite is the most beautiful woman in the world.
There's another Greek mythology that I like. So I forget the person and the god, but there was like a person on Earth, and then I forget the god's name, but the god came down, and this god was responsible for threading a person's life that they used to call like it was something like a spindle, and that this person would write kind of your destiny, right? You know, like would on a piece of thread. And she came down, and the only time ever that she ever did this, she came down to the person and said, would you like a short, exciting life or a long, boring life? You know, with like not a lot of adventure.
What would you pick?
I'd pick the adventure.
Like long, boring life?
No, a short adventure.
Of course. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what he picked.
yeah, that's what I pick. Short,
Yeah.
exciting life.
Yes.
What's like your dream? Like what do you wanna do in your life? Like I would say an adventure, or you wanna go here. I wanna do this activity.
I'm kind of like you. I really like meeting people and like different cultures and this and like this kind of thing. This is something I struggle with. Like I'm actually right now going through this in my life. Like what do I want to do next? Because I've done software, right? But I'm like you, and then I like helping people, right? So, I want to do something that's meaningful, right? That has like okay, I can work on software, or like I could become like, okay, let's pretend to become famous on YouTube or something like this. But does this really give you
happiness?
Happiness? No, like the older I get, the more I find like when you give, like just give, freely give.
Freely give.
That's when you're most happy, right? Like when you're like, you know what, I give this to you, I expect nothing in return.
I would say something on this.
Yeah.
So I read I in Bhagavad Gita it says like, do your work but don't expect anything in return. That's good karma.
Yeah.
If you're being good to someone in expecting something in return, that's null and void, because you're doing you're being selfish or something.
Yeah, no, you're doing it for the reward.
For the reward.
Or for the manipulating people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do your karma, not expecting anything. Yeah. So I would say, sorry, continue.
No, yeah. Yeah, so that's me. What about you? Like if you could, like, what would be your dream? Like journalism that you talked about.
Yeah,
like
man.
Is that your dream?
I want to go around, like travel and have like different experiences. I love bikes, motorbikes, I would say, like Indian Bobber. I would say one of them, Harley Davidson.
Yeah, I know Harley Davidson.
I just want to like ride a bike, Harley Davidson, in LA. You know, LA is the coast. The coast.
I know LA.
What's it called? Like, is it LA or it's LA?
Los Angeles, yeah.
Yeah. But it has like a coast.
The Orange County?
The Orange County, yeah.
Yeah. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I just want to like ride a bike there in pace, like with a girl with me. Like,
speaking of girl, do you have a girl right now?
Nah, not right now. I'm single.
You're single?
Yeah.
You're looking for the right one?
I'm looking for the right one. Like,
kids?
Let's see.
Do you want kids?
Not now.
Not now, but like
I love kids.
You want kids?
I want kids, yeah. It may be in like 4 or 5 years. Like
4 or 5. Yeah, that makes sense. How old are you now? Like 25?
25.
20. Okay.
I've grown up in a family which was I have my cousin, sisters and brothers.
Sure.
Yeah, so I have one of them in my look.
Aww.
Yeah.
Nice family.
So, yeah, like Starlin, Jacqueline, Krishna, Dia, Yuvan. I have, and my sister Malvika. So we are like 7 children in the house. But we have children from age 3, like age 4 to 20. My sister is 28.
Yeah.
All age gaps. So I love kids. I feel I would love to have like 3 to 4 kids.
3 to 4 kids.
2 girls, 2 guys.
2 girls, 2 guys. I hope you get it. I really do. I hope you get it. My dad's brother had 5 boys.
I don't like boys. Like,
you don't like boys?
Boys are like they're too annoying sometimes. Like baby boys.
Yeah.
But daughters are like the best.
You know, when I was younger, I only wanted a girl, right? Now I can see, like, I think raising a boy would be very cool, right? You know, like I'd enjoy raising a boy to teach him to be strong and stuff. But there is something about a girl that's like tender. There's like I like it's almost romantic, but it's not. But you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying like, you know, like it's like raising a girl, like, to like, you know, like to shelter her and to like protect her and like show her the world and like show her to be strong and, you know, like keep the heart tender. You know
I know.
you know what I'm trying to say?
I know.
Like there's just something special about that.
Yeah.
Like,
When I go to, so in, you know, like when I talk to my cousin, like boys are different. I told you, I have two cousin brothers, and I have two cousin sisters, three cousin sisters. But one of them is like 13. But when I talk to the younger ones, and all three of them, I feel like a father, like talking to them. Like,
I know what you mean.
I was in India and I took my two cousins, the one I have on my wallpaper, took them to McDonald's and they were eating burger. They were like looking around and I'm like telling them, hey, like just focus. And, you know, like I was teaching them stuff.
Sure, yeah.
And something clicked in my mind and I felt like I'm talking like a dad now, like father.
Yeah.
When I look at them, I just want to protect them and I want to give everything to them.
Yeah.
Like I can like take a bullet for them. I feel like the final word I would say, I would take like a bullet for them. I want to give all the happiness. That's why I would love to have kids. And it's a gift having kids. A lot of people in Vancouver, a lot of people don't want kids, surprisingly.
I know. Yeah. I used to not want kids, but I wanted kids, but I realized I wasn't ready mentally in my life. Like years ago, I was not in a good place to have children. Now I'm in a much better place to have children, I feel. But
will you have kids like
I want to have kids. Yeah, I want to have children.
Little Andy.
Little Andy, you know, little girl Andy, you know, running across the floor, you know. It changes people. I've seen it change people. Like, my buddy, he had a kid and it was unexpected. And he's like, you know, I would have never had a kid. I would have never had a kid, but I'm glad it happened because, you know, like I have a purpose now, you know, like.
Gives you purpose.
It gives you purpose.
Yeah. That's the blessing.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me like, hey, do you want kids? I'm like, of course I do. Who doesn't? Yeah. It's my opinion. Like, it's my opinion. Okay. I love kids. Yeah.
It's like me, Mika. I love this dog here, you know, like I protect her, like she's my kid.
Yeah, I was looking at your YouTube channel.
Yeah. And
I came across your shorts, like reels.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is Pinzon. This is my bitch. And Mika was like sticking her tongue out. And I was laughing so much, like, and I watched it like 3-4 times.
Did you? Yeah.
You were like, this is Mika, and this is me, Pinzon, and this is Mika, my bitch. I was like, oh, man.
So I should do more content like this. Okay.
Content with Mika.
Yeah. Okay. I can do this. Yeah.
So how's everything going with your relationship now? How's life?
With my relationship, it's going. We're about 2 months in. Like I think 2 days will be like 2 months. Something like this. Today's the 22nd, I think.
Yeah.
So like, in 2 days it'll be 2 months, and it's going really nicely. It's going very nicely. I feel like long-term plans for sure.
I want to ask you this question. So what's the relationship culture here compared to East? Because Eastern people...
You mean like Eastern U.S.?
Like Eastern world, like India, Asia, Europe.
Okay.
So I came here and I found out a big culture difference here.
Okay.
In dating.
Yeah.
I was 21 and I like white girls.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're pretty.
Yeah, that's fine.
Every girl is pretty.
Yeah.
But like for me, like
for
I like
I understand.
blonde, brunettes doesn't matter.
Yeah, I understand.
So, but culture in India and Iran, like it's different, right? Like dating and everything.
Very different.
What do you think about like dating over in Vancouver and?
Yeah, so dating in Vancouver. So one interesting thing about Vancouver, right, is you have different cultures. Like so where I'm from.
Yeah.
it's starting to change now, but like when I was growing up, like my area that I grew up in, like they have statistics, right? And our school was 99.8 or something like this percent white, you know, and like that 0.3% was people from India, coming to work like in software jobs or something like this, right? So that this was like in like the 90s and early 2000s. This is the area I grew up in, right? So my point is in Vancouver, you have many different cultures, right? So it's like you have like Latino cultures, you have European cultures, you have India cultures. You just have cultures from all like like Greece and like everywhere, right? Persia, all over the place. So one thing about dating in Vancouver, right, is like if you find a girl that's from a different culture, you're kind of in one aspect, you're kind of dating that culture, right? Like you're learning about the culture and like how that goes, right? So when you're dating here, you have an opportunity to feel different cultures and like different, right?
Yeah.
Because me personally, I've dated a couple different cultures here, right? And
see, the expert. Any advices, sir?
Follow your heart, yeah, and experiment, and till you find the one. Like, because when you find the one, like, I'm not sure if you ever experienced that feeling, but like, when you find the one, you just know, and you can be like, oh, I don't like this about them, or like, I noticed this part of their personality, or like, whatever, but you're like, I don't care, like, you just know, like,
what's one culture you love to, like, hanging out with them the most?
Yeah, so many. So, my favorite cultures are I love Iranians, right? Persians.
Salam Kubi.
Yes.
Chetori.
I like Latinos. I like Europeans, like Greeks. People from Turkey.
Yeah.
Ukrainians. My girlfriend's Ukrainian, right?
Nice.
So I have to like.
Yeah.
I don't have to like. I don't have to like. No, girlfriend. No, it's not. I have
Slip
to.
of tongue.
No. But I do enjoy learning. But what do all these cultures have in common? So this is something I think about, right? Is like these cultures have energy, right? Like they have. They're very lively. Like they're very passionate. They live life for what it is, because life's short. Like in Latino culture, a lot, they're partying all the time, right? They're like, they're partying. Let's go. Hey.
Irish. Irish, Latino.
Yes. And they're not afraid to speak their mind. They just speak their mind. And a lot of it more traditional.
Yeah.
And this is something that as I've dated around, met other cultures, I do respect and enjoy the traditional aspect. When I was growing up in like the US and North America for many years, I was like, oh, like alternative lifestyle, or like that's cool, that's fascinating, right?
Yeah.
But like when you go back to those roots,
it's the same.
It's more like the traditional is like more like it's almost like there's more feeling, like there's more there's something about the tradition, of like respect and like like finding someone and devoting your life for that person. Like
the values and everything.
Yeah. There's a lot more values. And where I grew up, right? I grew up in the U.S. in Ohio, right? But particularly where my dad's family is from, and like I grew up Christian and evangelical Christian, right? So they're very conservative.
Yeah.
And while I don't agree with everything in the religion, like it can be very tender, right? Like you love your family, like it's like my dad's family was so close. Like my dad would go to his sister, his brother's house, or his parents' house. He'd just walk in the door, like walk in the back door, sneak in, like, hey, I'm here,
Yeah.
and they were always hanging out together. Right? Yeah. So and anyway, so to answer your broader question, in Vancouver, when you're dating, you get to experience different parts of like the culture.
Yeah. Nice. I love hanging out. Like I love Filipino culture. Like people
Yeah.
as my customers or
Yeah.
when you they're
Why?
just so positive. Like
Yeah.
they're always laughing, like making jokes, like laughing, like in a good mood, like
Yeah.
with family, and I love them. Like they're so you can easily say that person is from Philippines because they're happy. They're happy and they're joking and they're always like enjoying their moment.
Yeah. I think that's one, like enjoying the moment is a big thing that I really
This conversation is not looking like a work now. Like it looks like we're just hanging out, like we three boys, you know.
Yeah. I don't do this for work. Like so I don't get paid to do this.
Yeah.
I don't make any money doing this. I started this because one, I enjoy people.
Yeah.
And the second reason I started it is because I thought people would enjoy the people that I know here, because it's a lot of them are immigrants and they have unique stories, right? Like
Yeah.
perspectives.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
And I thought, I think people would enjoy hearing, these conversations. So
Yeah. Look, what happened like today before the podcast? Like I told you about my uncle. Like
yeah.
he was healthy like till
Were
yesterday.
you close with your uncle?
I was not really close, but I was close, but he was a good man.
Yeah.
Like when
I
I
understand.
was in the house, he's always like, hey, get this for on it, make this food, like ordering from online and stuff. And you never know what's going to happen. When's your last time you're meeting a person? Like he was healthy till yesterday. And all of a sudden I was sleeping and I get this news like, okay, like this and this happened. And I was like, whoa.
What, if you don't mind me asking, what happened?
So basically he had a heart attack and that day he was feeling like his hands are numb. He's feeling his hands are numb and literally like he just had a heart attack and passed away. Yeah. So I feel like you never know when you're meeting someone the last time. So also I've learned one thing is live in the moment. It's live in the moment is like 4 words, but it's a big thing in your life. If you're living in the moment, you're not thinking about future because you don't know what's going to happen in future. But living in the moment is the most important thing. You'll be grateful and you'll enjoy the time as well as you'll respect your friend's time. Like this opportunity you gave me, like bringing me in the podcast. I'm grateful for it.
Well, thank you. And I'm grateful for you to be a guest on, honestly.
Yeah, I learned so much and we talked and yeah, I'm happy. Like it was a good day for me.
Very cool. Yeah, the living in the moment. I agree on this because what you described, that's what happened to my father, right? Is I remember I was living in Ohio at the time, and he was in Georgia. He came up to visit me one weekend, right? And like, my father would drive a lot, and he didn't care. He'd drive 8, 10 hours, 15 hours just to see people, and he didn't care, like he'd drive 10 hours, 8 hours from Georgia to Ohio to see me for 2 days and then drive back. Like it didn't, like he didn't care. And for him, it was all about the people. And so anyway, he comes up to me, sees me the weekend, drives back home, and then like that Monday or Tuesday, I had the call, and that was it.
Were you close to your father?
Very close. I was very close. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm very.
Sorry, man.
No, it's. Yeah. I miss him a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But it's life ahead now. Like you'll be a good father. I know.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I hope to be like, as I'm older, like me, I feel like I have more life experience, you know, to like raise a kid well. Like I think I would have raised children, you know, to the best of my ability, and I cared for them when I was younger. But definitely, I'm in a better mindset now. Definitely.
What's like one advice you would give me, like as a friend or as a brother? You know, I'm 25 and we've met
Yeah.
7, 8 times. But what's the one advice you would give me, like living and going through life, like dating or whatever?
My advice would be,
You know what kind of
Yeah.
person I am. So.
no, I know what kind of yeah. I'd say like follow your heart and like keep doing what you're doing about like don't never miss an opportunity. You know, like if you see the girl or the question or like the job offer or like I want to talk to this person or I want to do this thing, just do it. Because I don't think you ever regret doing something like that. Like you might regret how you treat a person, but you'll never regret you'll never regret like I talked to this girl and she said no, or I asked to do this with this person and they said no. You'll never regret that. But what you will regret is like I saw the girl in the corner and I didn't ask her.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's better to fight though. It's better to live with the consequences than to fight the
Yeah.
war in your head.
yes.
Like
Yes, and then you just know, right? Like me, what I mean that you know is that if you follow through with whatever it is,
yeah.
you just know. Another piece of advice that I'd have is like, and I'm learning this still, right? This is something I work on is like discipline and just doing. You know, like me, this past week's been bad. You know, like past couple of months, past month has been worse. But like I was doing ocean swimming for a while every single day. You know,
Oh.
I didn't want to do it. Like it's cold. It's like the water's like 8 degrees. Come on, like who wants to go swim for 10 minutes in the ocean? You know, every morning. You know, at like 8 a.m. No one wants to do this. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Not every day. Yeah.
Yeah. But you go out there and you just do it. You know, and it makes your mind harder because you're like, okay, like I can, you know, if I can do this, I can do other things.
Discipline.
It's discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
True.
That's my recommendation. Is just
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
I would want to say like something on this podcast is like
Go for it.
living here like for 4.5 years and learning about the Western culture.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like people should give time to their family more over here. I
agree.
I feel it's more individualistic culture
Yes.
in Vancouver.
100%. From where you're from, 100%.
Yeah, like just give time to your family. Like just you don't have to like buy them a house or something, but the least you can do is like show them they're special in your life, and you'll be happy in your life. Like they're not asking, your family is not asking you to give money in return or that's unconditional love. Because when I was in India, I was not that grateful for my life. I was always complaining like, hey, like I want to go like buy this, like, you know, like I want to go to foreign trips. But when I came here, lived alone, outside your family, sometimes the love is like conditional.
Of course.
Like, but the only unconditional love you will get is from your family. I feel people should do that more. It's the biggest thing that the Western world is facing right now. And that's all the problem comes from there. Loneliness, depression. You know, like what I'm saying, right? Like
I
might be
understand,
wrong or something, but I
It's
feel
not wrong.
I feel like you can overcome depression and loneliness because it's really big here compared to India. Because in India we know who our neighbors are, we know who lives in the building. Same as in Iran, we talk, care for people. But over here, sometimes you don't know who your roommate is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just. I used to live in a house and I didn't know. I used to try to talk with my roommate,
And
but
he's like, what the hell?
he's like coming to the kitchen, doing his food.
Yeah.
Hey man, morning, good night. That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, like, so that's when you go out, seek attention from other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like people need to show. Yeah, anyway, that's what I want to say. Like, just if I want to spread a message, like, to people, I'm not a movie star, or I'm not a writer, and I'm not that experienced in my life. But what I want to say is, like, be kind to people here, and try to care for them sincerely, not just what you want to do, not just to kill your time or it's using a person. That's it. I want to say that, like, be kind to people.
I think that's beautiful. I'm serious. Like, I'm not like, it's out of all the conversation I had on the podcast, you know, like that's probably like the most true, like the most honest, like the most good message to have on the podcast.
It's simple words, but when you act on it, you feel good.
And I can tell, like, you're sincere what you're talking about, because there's some people that will say these things,
Yeah.
but they're not sincere.
No, I know. I used to fit in crowds, like, before coming to Canada, and even my first year, I was like, hey, like, because I never studied abroad. I visited London, UK, but I was just visiting as a tourist. I was not I was not working in a job, or I was not, like, doing anything. I was just going there, spending money, like, living with my sister, going back to India. In India, we have, like, cooks at home, driver, and anyway. So I was not grateful.
Yeah.
But, like, coming here, I really had, like, life, like, slapped me and showed me the reality. Like, bro, like, this is a reality outside your comfort zone. So I didn't make any friends. Like, I'm a social person, but still, like, I used to make friends. People used to talk,
Yeah.
but it was like, hey, do you want to, like, go out? Yeah, man, let's go out next week, Thursday, 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., 1.5 hour. It's like scheduling an appointment, meeting your friends.
It's not just, I understand.
And I'm like, what the hell? Like, and as you talk to people, I used to feel like maybe I'm crazy or something. I'm thinking these things, but
No, that's
working in a restaurant, I feel like we are all connected. Everyone has the same feeling. It's just this is freaking ego and being above someone. They will not put the word. Like,
yeah.
I wanna be higher than you. I wanna show, like, I'm the man, you know, like this stupid YouTube videos, like 9 traits of being a gentleman or whatever. It's all bullshit. Like, just sometimes stay out of the social media and YouTube. And not YouTube. YouTube teaches you a lot of good things. Yeah. Social media, Instagram.
No, I know what you're saying, you know, like in my current relationship
Yeah.
that I'm having right now, it's the first time I've thought in this thought process, this thought pattern.
Yeah.
And I know it's true, right? It's like, with this relationship, all I'm trying to do is treat her the best I possibly can all the time, like, forever. You know,
Nice.
like, that's what my plan is.
You're a gentleman.
Yes, like, I'm trying to be, you know, like,
Yeah.
and it's like I open the door for her, you know, like, and like, yeah, like on dates before, or when I first started dating a girl, I would do that, right? But like, it kind of stops, but this is the first time I'm not doing it because it's the right thing to do, or because I'm trying to woo her.
Just want to do.
I just want to do.
And you
know?
feel great, right?
I feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
You're
another.
in love, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andy's in love. But that's special. The
Yes.
feeling, yeah.
Yes. You know, another thing I like to do is I take, like, you know, for me, I recommend this because it's like, I take her wrist here
Yeah.
and here, and like at least once a day, like I'll gently, like I'll just take it and I'll just kiss, you know, like here and here. It's like not sexually. It's just like
You want to do like you're
yeah,
thinking, like
yeah,
thankful.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I recommend trying that. Like, but like be genuine about it, you know, and like
Knowing you as a person,
yeah,
I would easily say like she's a good person too.
yeah,
Because good people, people who are, they attract similar people to themselves.
yes, I
So-
think so. Like, one of the traits, so the number one trait, the trait that's most important for me
Yeah.
when I see people, is someone who's kind, who's caring, who's loving. You know, like
Yeah.
that's the number one thing, and those traits can be behind other things, if that makes sense. Like meaning like. So sometimes like you can tell like this person's like really caring or like really kind, or maybe they have a really really tender heart, but they protect it, right? Or they put on a show, or not like a show, but like they're very cautious. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I know, yeah.
But
yeah.
like
Like a filter.
yes, but you can sense that, right? And for me in relationships, that's always who I've been attracted to. By far most, they have this. And then there's other things I like intelligence and like things like this, right? But that number one quality, you know, is kindness, like caring, loving.
You know it.
Tenderness.
You know in your heart. You know, like
Yeah.
if you're just compromising, you're just like stretching the time.
Yeah.
Like if you're going out on a date, you would know like, man, like it feels like a long date, and
Yeah.
even with your friends, like you would just have that feeling inside you. You just have to like stop for a second and feel that.
Yeah.
Like right now, I don't feel I'm like stretching the time. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm just genuinely having fun here with.
Me too.
'Cause you're
Me
you're a
too.
good host. Like
Well,
you know
thank
your
you.
thing. Yeah.
I don't know. This is all I like to do is I get on here. I like to
Yeah.
talk to people and like sometimes like I feel the energy and I vibe and it's really like this is a really easy conversation. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes I might be more tired or like you know like particularly initially I might have been more nervous, you know. But like as you do it more and more, you just get more and more used to it and like. This is one of my favorite conversations that I've had on the show is because you're just you,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
honest. And I think that's very important.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good work you're doing.
Well,
You're
thank you. enjoying
and I
I
hope
do
you
enjoy
soon on like your channel gets much more recognition for the work you're doing.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I might need to tweak some things, right? Because right now I'm doing like this long format, right? Where like this conversation, we'll just put this full conversation out there as is, no editing, you know, Joe Rogan style, you know,
Joe Rogan.
it's the Joe Rogan style. So I might need to do some tweaking there,
Sure.
but I don't know. Like we'll see how it goes. Like
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
and Farnu gives me pointers. Like there's people I need to reach out to like do some promotion, you know, because this is one thing I struggle with is like promoting the content or like putting like I think I have like 18 episodes or something now on Twitter, you know, but I need anyway, like thank you. I appreciate it.
I hope like through me your channel goes like gets more and more
Goes through the moon.
goes through the moon. Yeah. Like I did not like. I just spoke my heart out over here.
I can tell. It's much appreciated.
I wanted to talk about things, but it's not in my head now.
Yeah.
But whatever the main things, I enjoyed it. It was
Yeah.
I never felt like any pressure
Yeah.
or everything was really good. Like your podcast was really good.
Well, thank you, my friend.
Yeah, I hope like through me it gets famous now.
Yeah, well, thank
Like
you.
yeah, I really want to see you succeed like in this. Get the most followed person on YouTube.
The most followed person in Vancouver.
In Vancouver, in the
ThePinzon from Ohio.
Oh, from Ohio.
From Ohio.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. All right, man. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about, or
I guess that was That was pretty, you gave me some advices on how to get girls in Vancouver. No.
I don't know if most guys may not follow this advice, but my advice, like, if you want to find a good one,
You got to go through bad ones.
you got to go through the bad. Not necessarily. Like,
Okay.
I like the only I've only had one relationship in my life that I would declare as really negative, really bad. It was the first relationship I ever had. The reason I dated this person was because I felt sorry for them. I wanted to date their sister, who I actually saw the spark. So I asked, I should have asked the sister, but what I did is I should have asked her, but I asked her sister, right? And her sister's like, oh no, she's in a relationship, but I'm free. And I was like,
Okay.
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 And then, I was less confident in my life. I really didn't want to break up with her. And like 3 dates, I was like, I want to break up. Like, okay, like me, I'll give her a little more time. I don't want to break her heart, So like a week goes by, 2 weeks goes by. But you know what happens? Anytime that you spend with somebody, you just get attached to them, right? Like it's a natural, at least me. If I spend enough time with a person, like, unless they're horrible, like, like you develop feelings, whatever. So that turned to be a really long relationship. But I should have felt like my gut, like bad relationship, like very, very, very negative. Other than that, though, all my relationships since then have always been very positive.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I would like 3 weeks ago, I went on a date. It was this Irish girl.
yeah,
I just met her in H&M. And
you're smiling with her. Do you like this girl? A lot? Yeah.
yeah, she's beautiful. I was shopping with my mom. It was my day off, and
Yeah.
told her, let's go out shopping. Saw this beautiful blonde girl. And I was like, shit, my mom's here with me. I was like, okay, mom, there's some really good stuff in the women's section. Just go. The Pacific Center has like, go up.
Yeah.
She went up, and I was like, saw this girl, like, I wanted to. Oh, by the way, I got the blazer from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So I was like, hey, like, do you want to like show me the size doesn't fit me, and I don't know the number. Like,
yeah.
And I knew the numbers, but I was just making.
I understand.
And she was like genuinely like, she was a good person. Like,
Yeah. You
hey,
felt
like,
that energy.
yeah, like, do you want to try like the black color? Do you want to try like maroon? I was like, okay, like, and then I was like, hey, like, look, I know you're working in a retail, and a lot of guys must approach you because you're beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm genuinely like interested in getting to know you, and I don't want to make you uncomfortable. If you want to say no, just say no. I'll just go. But if you feel the same, like, I would love to take you out for coffee.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I love the approach, and like, yeah, like, you're not making me uncomfortable. We went out on a date,
Yeah.
but
What happened?
Things didn't turn out the way it should have been.
Okay.
We spent like 7-8 hours, and we talked about everything, but
Yeah.
we went on second, but never happened. Like, it didn't happen. But she was such a good person.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for her. She was a nice person. Like, she was the first girl I literally like admired. Like, talking to her, she talked about her family. She was so excited meeting me. Yeah, like, I wish like things happen. Like,
Yeah.
but I wish all the best to her.
Can I ask you like why they didn't happen? Like,
Is this maybe our likes and dislikes were not same?
sure. Yeah. You weren't so compatible.
Yeah, and I know I did a mistake. So Irish people, it's like a stupid reason, but they hate
Yeah.
Conor McGregor. You know, the MMA fighter,
Yeah.
Conor McGregor,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Irish people, they don't like him
Ah.
because he's like I guess his personality, they say, is
Yeah.
it's not that. But I love him.
Is
He's
he
a-
Irish?
He's Irish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, he was working as a construction worker, and all the way he was the best UFC fighter. So I love the hustle. And I told her, like, hey, like, like, I love Conor McGregor. She's like, okay, like, so that means you're like him? I'm like, yeah, like, I love him. I love his confidence. She's like, okay, so you love women's attention. And at that point, I didn't realize, like, what is she talking about? But I guess that's the reason. Like, maybe I'm wrong or something. Or I might have said few things, but yeah.
You know,
You never know, man.
I don't worry about that. Like, if you are honest and genuine and they reject you or they don't like, okay, they're lost. You move on.
I went to a bar once.
Yeah.
It was Irish night. The Yale Saloon with the bull. There's like a bull, and I love country music.
Yeah.
So country music, the bull, Irish people. And I just went up. There was like a ring, and there was, you ride a bull, spin.
Yeah,
I took the mic and I was like, I love Conor McGregor. What are you guys gonna do about? That's the fun side of me.
Yeah,
I'm adventurous. Like,
that's a good side of you.
so, and everyone was like looking at me, and all the girls were like giving me and the Irish dudes were like showing me with a finger. And I was like, yeah, that was him. Like, what are you guys gonna do about it?
It's good. Yeah. This is good. You know?
Anyway.
You do that enough, you'll find the right one.
Anyway, yeah.
Another piece of advice, you know, since you're asking, at least this has worked for me in the past, is if you find someone that you're genuinely interested in, that like for some reason you're like, I really like this one, and like I don't like, I can't get out of my head. Like if you ever have this experience, patience and persistence with slow, gentle persistence. You know, like treat her like a queen, like a lady, but like some people say like you should, like I think you should treat women nice, like a queen, like a lady, but you have to do the right girl. Like if you do to the wrong girl, then they're gonna like, if you do the right one, they'll respect it and they'll treat you like your king, if that makes sense. But anyway, treat them exceptionally well, and then like if you like. Sometimes a girl will be kind of hesitant, right? Like a lot of times they are, right? And you have to slowly, like, so just like text her, wait a day, 2 days, maybe 3 if there's no response, you know, then like follow up, you know, like wait for them to kind of come to you, you know, to go on a date, you know, but my point is like gentle persistence.
Gentle persistence.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Watch out.
I'm coming.
Yes. Yeah. And if you find the right one, like you have to just go, you know, just go, just follow your heart. And that's the other thing, right? Is like literally follow your heart. Like if your heart's like, no, like just do it, you know, just like say what's on your mind. And
of course,
if they reject you, okay. Like, sure. That's life.
Expert advice. I'll message you. Like, you're gonna be my savior.
I'll be your savior. Yeah. You're like, it worked.
Andy, my savior, please help me. Anyway, thanks for everything, man. Today, like, what's so good?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for being on the show,
of course.
Ronny.
What's the Muay Thai?
The Muay Thai handshake is like the
Muay Thai handshake.
They're the jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu, like.
But this is specific to our gym, right? Yeah. So I'm not necessarily like, I don't know the rules, the culture. Like I'm probably not, like, out of respect, I'm not supposed to do this to non-gym members.
Yeah, okay.
It's specific to, I don't know.
Gym members, it's community.
But the reason to you is just like out of like kindness, you know, I don't know. Like I've been learning this handshake, I've just been kind of doing it, you know, like, so it's like,
It's good.
Like, yes.
Unique.
It's unique. Anyway, Ronny, thanks for being on the show. Yeah.
Thanks for being the host and like making me as a guest here.
Absolutely. And bye-bye, folks.
Bye-bye, folks.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Yes, thank you.
I hope I gave a good message over here and was something useful. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank
100%.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we're done.